chat. You know how we do this, baby. We are at the premiere.
Right here. My mom said hi.
Count it down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Sunken. This happened in
The biggest social experiment in Minecraft history. I scattered 1,000 people across 2 massive islands to simulate a realistic civilization. The players were given no help or guidance, and just like in real life, if you die, you remain dead forever. Now each player has the freedom to do whatever they want. Farm for food, become a dictator, and build a society. At least as best as they can, because while one island is a rich, green paradise, the other one...
Happy Friday.
Dang.
You're kidding me.
...is a barren wasteland. It's up to each player to work with what they've got. Will there be peace between the islands, or will there be war? What ended up happening is the single most amazing story arc I've ever seen. All I will say is pick a nation to root for and enjoy the video. I present to you the rich and poor 1,000 player civilization experiment.
Dictators,
Don't forget, if you want to participate in these videos, join my Discord server, and of course, subscribe to my channel. Alright, we got 1,000.
Again,
Good luck,
I'll
everyone.
be premiering my video tomorrow.
Yeah, 500, 500.
It was the beginning of day 1, and all 1,000 players began to explore their new homes.
What is this place?
I started up in the tree, bro. It's dropping in a
Before
tree.
the first day, I had made everyone choose randomly between Island 1 and Island 2. And I didn't tell them that one of the islands, the first one, would be a barren wasteland. Hey, you guys have a good time?
TRV was on this. Island, dude, and it was terrible for him, dude. I mean,
It didn't take long for the people who chose Island 1 to realize they had made a massive mistake. Players realized that building civilizations on Island 1 would be particularly challenging, and not only because it was empty, but because some parts of it were completely uninhabitable, like the snow biome. And right next door, a massive volcano that could erupt at any moment.
Ooh, I'm not going down there.
This volcano also happens to heat up all the water on the island. This killed a lot of people. Now, to begin building civilizations, the players needed to find a tree.
Please tell me where the trees are, bro.
Wood is an essential material, and without it, you really can't do anything. Now, luckily for Island 1, there was one tree on the island, and it was big too.
Oh my...
But, of course, it was completely surrounded by boiling water.
You got to be kidding me.
Meanwhile, let's go over to Island 2.
dude, I don't know how much, or if I'm in this. I don't know, like...
Hey, guys! Life on Island 2 was beautiful. The terrain was green, the trees were plentiful, and the water was normal temperature.
Open for business.
Hey, that was a freaking turkey!
Solid water? This is from the ocean. Are you trying to make me drink ocean water?
No.
The people on Island 2
Everybody's
immediately realized they had chosen the island of safety and wealth. You are literally a piece of gold.
Yeah.
The only real danger on Island 2 was the possibility of falling down from a tree as you're collecting wood. But some people found a way to even work around that. So you're planning to build a bakery.
Yes, I am.
And you're forcing your employees to go up and get oak?
Oh, no.
She forcing you to work up here.
I want fair working conditions.
Also, because of the vast amounts of trees, people were very quickly able to craft tools that allowed them to mine underground. Hello, Saps. You doing okay?
Yeah, I mean, this island's great.
So many diamonds already.
20
Yeah,
minutes
look
came
at
up.
this.
Someone
Yeah.
Overall, the people of Island 2 were thrilled with their new home, thrilled with their wealth, and they were very optimistic about their future.
That's part of the council.
By the end of the first day, players on Island 1 had finally reached the big tree. You realize how high up you are.
Oh yeah, no, we're not saying.
Island 1 was still pretty far from having fully fledged civilizations, but there were communities starting to form. For example, this player named Remy the Rats made a small restaurant to feed those who were starving. Remy the Rat, what are you serving them here? It's very popular. Bread? And you can...
No, not even this guy probably doesn't show as much.
Was this a bread line? I also got word that there was a small group of people who had chosen to settle in a weird location.
How excited
Should I
video.
make their land
Live on a
fertile, bro?
volcano.
What is this shit?
Guys.
Best thing I've ever been a part of.
What?
Oh my god.
This was Lingolini, and he had recruited about 20 people to join his Italian mafia. His goals were very simple: make friends and get rich.
How do you get 20 people?
It's gonna be cool.
That's more than our entire
Really?
Dude, that's more than my, like...
We'll check back in with these guys later, but in the meantime, on Island 2, there were actual huge civilizations starting to form.
I don't care about power, I don't care about government, I just want to make a nice place for my people to live.
This player named Callie Cass was the leader of about 50 people in a nation she named the Cass Coalition. And a coalition it was of very different types of people, including pirates, bankers, Canadian cartels, bakery owners, and their employees.
Fair working
Slaves.
I'm not even being paid to work up here.
There's one moment too.
We're getting paid.
Now, later in the day, Island 2 would face its first conflict.
Hey, you guys can't be destroying the beach.
Colonized.
Who are you?
A group of about 20 people were extracting sand from the shore right next to the Cass Coalition. Cass was obviously not happy about this, but these people didn't care because they were from a much bigger nation called the Commonwealth.
We're actually 5 nations combined into one, so we have strength in numbers.
The Commonwealth was a massive civilization that was formed on day 1 when 5 distinct groups were close enough to each other that they just decided to come together and unify under one nation. As a result, the Commonwealth had a government with 5 leaders at the top and over 150 citizens.
We're going to turn this mountain into our city.
Okay. The Commonwealth leaders were very ambitious and wanted to make the Commonwealth the most beautiful, the most respected, the most powerful nation on Island 2, even if it came at the expense of others. Overall, by the end of the day, Island 2 was much further ahead than Island 1, as expected. But let's see what happens in the following days.
You, baby. Okay. It's thought I would die day 1, by the way. Which I didn't.
As players logged back in the next day, nobody was expecting that the beginning of day 2 would end up having one of the most consequential moments of the entire event.
Okay. What happened day 2?
Remy the Rats was running his restaurants when he received a visit from a player named Spoon.
Night, I need food, I'm dying.
Yo, Spoon.
Yep.
I do have food. You're private, but
I need food. God, I'm too kind. I care about everyone else before myself. It's such a problem.
Now, this player, Spoon, was a rising leader on Island 1. He was known for always giving away his own food. But some people started to suspect that Spoon's supposed generosity was merely a method to gain popularity, to further his political ambitions. That is, until...
That's not a bad plan.
Oh, he's a tomato. He was trying to assassinate Spoon. Man, like time, none of these characters survived assassination. It's only been 2 days.
Spoon had survived an assassination attempt, which brought him exactly the attention he needed to cement himself as a legend on Island 1. People were drawn to him, and on day 2, Spoon used this leverage to establish an empire named West Helm.
They had their plan. That whole thing had their plan.
Hey, these people make me emperor. This right here is going to be our capital. We're also building a massive coliseum.
You mean where people fight to the death?
Exactly.
I like that.
Even though the people of Westhelm were still struggling with food and resources, their motivation to succeed was unbelievably high.
Somebody tried to take my life. But this guy, he did it right, bro. He leaded it right.
For the first time, it seemed like the people of Island 1 had hope.
I saw that guy, bro.
Okay.
The Ballad of Emperor Spoon. Huh? Nearly killed by some
Island 1 was finally starting to develop civilizations, but not all of them were as motivated as Westhelm. Right next door, for example, was a cult named Nevermore that literally just boxed themselves in and wanted nothing to do with the rest of the world.
Quoth the raven.
Understandable, bro.
And honestly, these guys weren't wrong to be pessimistic. See, some of the people who chose Island 1 had secretly been hoping that when they finally make it underground, they would find troves of iron and diamonds. But instead, they only found a giant layer of lava that stemmed from the volcano and covered the entire island.
Never mind, what the fuck? Working.
This lava layer ended up killing a lot of people. That said, a lot of people weren't necessarily angry at the poor conditions themselves, but more so about the inequality between Island 1 and Island 2. See, even though the two islands had a border separating them, preventing anyone from crossing for now, rumors were spreading about the wealth and the amazing environment of Island 2. Because of this, some people on Island 1 were starting to develop some feelings about the other island.
Island 2
might be the better island, but we're the better people.
Oh, in fact, artists on Island 1 were already making propaganda posters, some of which were rather concerning, including a few creations by our mafia leader, Lingolini. Speaking of Lingolini, there was some drama on the volcano on day 2.
Okay.
I just survived an assassination attempt.
What?
Mamma mia, help me! I'm getting chased! Lego likes just to take me out of nowhere and I had to run down the mountain.
It was becoming a pretty common occurrence on Island 1 for people to try to rob or murder as a means to get food or resources. But Lingolini was not going to let that slide. Well, what are you gonna do about that then?
I put the hit out on him. Everybody in the mafia knows that Lego likes is an enemy of the mafia.
But then, during our interview...
My bad.
Okay.
You gotta get him gone.
Who's coming out over here? There's some people coming
Oh,
out.
those are people from Infernus. They're our allies.
Oh, really? Lingolini had decided to share his volcano territory with a larger group called Infernus, whose main goal was to preserve and protect the sacred land of the volcano.
These names are fire.
I spoke with the leader, a player named Seneca, who described herself as the queen of Infernus.
We are a nation of the flame. We have to treat the volcano with the respect it deserves. And we hope we can work with Lingolini to do just that.
Seneca and Lingolini agreed to protect each other in case of an invasion, and use the volcano's height and flowing lava to their advantage.
She's so modest of life.
If anybody tries to attack us, we'll kick them out like a Koopa shell.
Now, speaking of invasions, on day 2, the Cass Coalition was approached by an army of boats.
Okay. Who is this?
Guys, I think we're under attack.
It looked like for some reason the Commonwealth was coming to attack.
No, we can't fight this. We gotta run. Get everyone out. Get everyone out.
But after a few moments of panic, it turned out to be just a group of immigrants who had gotten lost.
We are not here to do this, I swear.
I can't be rolling up like that, dog.
Yeah, y'all rolling up.
But I didn't do anything. I just followed them.
Run them all. You didn't do anything. Okay.
The leader of the migrants, a player named 3 Below Zero, profusely apologized for the scare, and then the migrants took off. What's going on, Gus?
I know they didn't mean to do that. I'm telling my people not to worry.
Glad to hear.
Of that military.
Now on day 2, players had finally realized that Island 2 was not technically an island at all, but an archipelago or chain of islands. The northern island was an optimal place to settle with open fields, trees, and wildlife. So naturally it had the biggest civilizations, including the Commonwealth, the Cass Coalition, and a huge kingdom named Tricolor, ruled by a monarch named Jofiel.
The red stands for the underground, the green for plains, and the blue for the coast.
The center island, meanwhile, had pink cherry blossom trees and was the home of a small nation called Barbie Land. What is this?
the name of
Oh god.
It's fantastic.
Okay. And lastly, the southern island was big, but also extremely dense, flooded with jungles and swamps. As a result, nobody really wanted to stay there, although I did find one person. Seth, what is this?
Can't you tell? This is my vacation home.
How's this a vacation home? I don't see any lawn chairs or furniture. There's no roof.
Hold your horses there, cowboy. It's not
Saps was one of the few players who chose not to join any civilizations because he didn't want to get dragged into politics and drama. Still, he made lots of friends across Island 2, his best friend Flux actually being the second in command of the migrant group. Speaking of, 3 Below Zero and the migrants had finally reached their destination all the way up north. Now, other than accidentally invading the Cast Coalition, these guys seemed pretty insignificant. But little did people know, this new civilization was about to change the entire world.
So the immigrants about to do something? Okay, we
What?
gotta see what happened.
Hear that?
We are blessed to live where we live, and we intend to use it for good. We are enlightened. We are the light. We are Luminara.
The migrants had decided to call their civilization Luminara. They saw themselves as the light of Island 2, the innovators, the inventors. See, the reason 3 Below Zero had chosen this specific location to settle, well, it wasn't by accident. After the first day, 3 Below Zero had used content and propaganda released by the people of Island 1 to estimate the location of the other island. He then used a coordinate system to calculate the northernmost point of Island 2. His goal was to settle as closely as possible to the other island so that when the day comes, when the borders drop, Luminara can build a massive bridge connecting the two islands, giving free passage as a sign of good faith to perhaps bring about world peace. But it wouldn't be that simple. The second in command of Luminara, Flux, as well as a few concerned citizens, did not want that bridge to be built. They had seen the Island 1 propaganda. They knew that people on Island 1 were angry. Their fear was that Island 1 would just use that bridge as an opportunity to invade Luminara and perhaps invade the rest of Island 2, leading to a world war.
That bridge is a bad idea. Moving up north was a bad idea. Island 1 is going to invade us, and Luminara is going to be their first target.
What about the goal of world peace?
I respect our leader's goal, but he's dead wrong. We shouldn't be trying to befriend our enemies. The way we're going to achieve world peace is by uniting Island 2 against Island 1.
What if 3 Below Zero says no? What if they finish the bridge?
Well, then at least they'll know I tried to warn them when Island 1 comes and kills us all.
Nice, mate. It's a movie.
As day 2 came to an end, tensions were rising, both within nations and between islands, leaving people worried about what's going to happen next.
Oh my god. Day 3, here we go.
Back in Island 1, I was watching a small group of pirates who called themselves Al-Karasina.
Karasina, my friend. We're the baddest pirates around.
Now, if you look closely, there was a person of interest hanging around with the pirates.
Like, just take me out of nowhere.
Well, what are you gonna do about that then?
I put the hit out on him.
So to be clear, Lego Likes had a bounty on his head, and he was hanging around pirates. You can probably guess how this ends.
He's gonna be an emperor.
So this is everything you guys got, huh? Not much.
Pirates? Like, come on. Yeah, like...
They're boiling! Oh, no. Oh my gosh! The Al-Karasina pirates had killed Lego Likes, but there was a small problem. Did you hear about the news?
Yeah, I saw it, but we don't know who claimed the bounty. They didn't say it in the chat.
Because Legolikes had technically died to boiling water instead of a player, Lingolini didn't know who actually killed him. But fortunately for the pirates, when a player dies, the dead player drops their own head, which the pirates believed would be the proof they needed to collect their bounty later today. So you're expecting a payment later?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll go. By day 3, players had basically mapped out all of Island 1 and were finally starting to adapt to the environment.
Day 1 was horrific. We literally had bread lines. Day 2, we're building a coliseum, a citadel. I am literally immortal. Hopefully that isn't foreshadowing.
Emperor's Food was still the most powerful man on Island 1, and on day 3, he was invited to a big international meeting hosted by a charity group called the Blue Cross.
We invited you here mainly to discuss plans in case the volcano erupts. What are your individual plans?
A large bunker underground.
Just not using flammable materials.
I didn't even know.
Plan, you know?
What? You don't have plans? If that volcano erupts, you deserve to die.
Emperor's Food had come in with good intentions, but it was there that he learned that he hates meetings.
I'm gonna go there.
This guy got some aura, bro.
When Emperor's Food left, the other leaders were unsettled. Was this guy really the figurehead of Island 1?
Okay, we need a better representative.
Then, basically right on cue.
Elysium diplomats follow me. Bodyguards.
Sorry guys, sorry, I'm late.
This is Benji, and he's the leader of Island 1's second biggest civilization, called Elysium. See, on day 2, Benji had discovered that toward the outer edges of the island, away from the volcano, the water isn't boiling hot anymore. So he founded Elysium, which literally translates to a place of ideal happiness. And he made the nation to give peace-loving people a chance to relax and get away from all the troubles of Island 1. Look at these Elysian guys swimming in the water.
We were hoping that Lord Ish could summon a single mushroom cat.
Alright, if anyone drops a pufferfish in the next 60 seconds, I'll do it.
What do I have to do? What do I have to do? How did they get that pufferfish?
Alright!
We can kill it for leather!
Now back at the Blue Cross, Benji and the other leaders discussed the possibility of creating a full Island 1 alliance. All the leaders at the meeting, including Westholme's representatives, believed that given the harsh conditions of Island 1, an island-wide alliance could be a game changer. But first...
Before we make this official, we have to convince everyone else to join.
See, there were a few civilizations not present at the meeting, and to complete the full Island 1 alliance, the Blue Cross would have to go out and get them all on board. First was the Alcaracina Pirates, who coincidentally happened to pass by the meeting as it was happening.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
They were on their way to collect their bounty from the second nation not yet in the alliance, the Lingolini Mafia. Yes, they're waiting.
It's me.
Fucking drop him, bro.
It looks like a small brain. It sure looks like the Legolites.
Meanwhile, the Nevermore cult would probably be a little bit more difficult to convince, but the Blue Cross said they'd try anyway. Now, as for the fourth and final nation, well, it was a bit of a mysterious group. Their civilization was down south, and they were very isolated and secretive. They were also rumored to have an extremely strict government, but also a large amount of very skilled fighters.
Shit.
As a result, people were kind of scared to approach them, but they knew they had to eventually to complete the Blue Cross Alliance. They knew that if this alliance works out, it wouldn't matter that they all lived on the poor island. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, the most powerful force in the world would become Island 1. At first, Island 1 was supposed to lose, but now they were on the verge of turning their lives around completely.
All good things come to an end.
Annie and Jaws, those were the main ones I saw a lot.
Honestly.
The
Commonwealth. That's like the richest island, right?
Oh.
What?
Hey!
Who's dropping 10
As you can see, there was a bit of commotion at the Commonwealth.
Yeah, float all that up.
They had just exploded their own land because of a miscommunication. What happened was one of the 5 leaders, Coraline, got the idea that the Commonwealth was planning to move east. So she started telling everyone to move. Thus, believing that they wouldn't need their old land anymore, one of the citizens just decided to blow it up.
I thought we were moving.
What? We're not moving. I'm surrounded by idiots.
Overall, the Commonwealth was having trouble getting anything done because the 5 leaders were constantly fighting over power. See, there were 5 leaders, each with 1 vote. But because they were originally 5 separate nations, each with a differing amount of citizens, should the smallest faction's vote have the same weight as the biggest faction's vote?
It is ridiculous that Armin's vote is worth the same as mine. I mean, I need about 50 people, and he has like barely 5.
Because of all the fighting and disarray, Commonwealth citizens started moving to other nations like the Cass Coalition. Cass's style of governing, letting people do whatever they want, was making her very popular with her people.
I've been pretty much the beginning, and she told me democracy, a true one.
Focused on like letting everybody do their thing.
But at the same time, the lack of any regulations had some unintended consequences, like players making strange and ugly buildings. So to solve this, Cass hired a building inspector.
I have placed a lot of foundation for a glorious city, basically made out of stone. That way no one can burn us down.
However, the building inspector did get a little power hungry. What's going on here?
He said he's gonna demolish my house because it's not up to building code.
Because it's not up to code.
So then, citizens took matters into their own hands.
Oh, nice trap. Nice trap.
That was crazy.
Anyway, on day 3, the biggest nations on Island 2 were still the Commonwealth,
Wait,
the Cass Coalition, and Tricolor. Tricolor was a medieval civilization separated into 3 regions, one of them being an underground city.
Oh my gosh.
This is big.
Yeah.
People didn't really know that much about Jofiel and Tricolor because they tended to be more private. Jofiel was more interested in building up Tricolor rather than doing outside diplomacy. But people would still come to Jofiel with all the political news of Island 2.
I am so tired of the politics already.
What's up? People are concerned with Aperion trying to colonize them.
Oh my god.
Now, this particular rumor about a group named Aperion colonizing people happened to be false. Aperion was just a small town led by a player named Alkaline, and it was actually the only nation other than Luminara that directly bordered the ocean next to Island 1.
Alright.
That said, the rumor that Island 1 was uniting was true, which got some people worried, especially the 2 border states. So, Jofiel invited over all the major leaders and diplomats of Island 2 for an emergency meeting. The only leader who declined was 3 Below Zero because he was busy building the Luminara Bridge. So he sent in his place his second-in-command, Flux. Flux, what's your plan here?
I don't care what 3 Below Zero says, we need to make sure everyone unites against Island 1.
Good luck, sir. And because this meeting was the most important event yet on Island 2, Jofiel invited a neutral mediator, someone who could lead the meeting in a fair manner and wasn't a part of any nation.
Sad.
So where are you going?
Apparently they're making me lead the meeting with all the Island 2 leaders.
You sound very excited about it.
Oh no, I'm not excited. I'm terrified. I'm accidentally gonna cause a war. Nah, you good, Sap.
But it's just weird.
At least he's honest.
Video.
All my homies,
Even though I know Ish is
they love Sap.
I think everyone's here.
can't see him.
Yes, all.
We at the great and mighty Commonwealth are looking forward to a productive conversation.
Thanks, it's great.
So, as the president of Aperion, I'm actually really worried about our town, which is why I'm proposing we all join a defense pact. If one of us gets attacked, all of us are under attack.
Here, here.
I can agree. Yeah, I like that. That's good.
That's a good start, but if Island 1 attacks, say, Luminara, well, by the time you can even arrive to defend us, everyone at Luminara will already be dead.
Which is why I think we need to focus our efforts on preventing an attack in the first place.
An attack is inevitable.
Like,
I'm
right
just
now,
saying.
in the story, like, story-wise, you're grabbing it, bro.
Island 1 is starving. They're not going to attack us. They have bigger problems. And imagine for a second how quickly we could change their hearts and minds if, instead of treating them as an enemy, we send them aid.
I mean, okay.
I think Joe feels right. We do the defense pact, but we also send aid to Island 1. Basically, we're ready for an attack, but we try our best to prevent it. I'm on board with that.
I can agree to that.
The Commonwealth agrees.
Guys, no, this is ridiculous. Island 1 is literally making propaganda saying death to Island 2. They're jealous that we live in a paradise, and they're gonna invade us no matter what. And you wanna send aid to them? Guess what? They're gonna take whatever you send them. Food, armor, weapons, and they're gonna use all of that against us.
He might have a point.
Hold on. Island 1 isn't evil. They're not savages. They just need help.
You cannot be this naive.
Well, there's a guy under the table. There's a guy under the table.
Everyone is super on edge. They're worried about traps.
Guys, Island 1 is united. They have hundreds of people all aligned in the same goal, to kill us and take our resources. If they decide to attack any single one of our nations, it'll be easy. All they'll need to do is walk ahead. Which is why we need to either merge all of our nations right now, we all choose a spot and combine into one civilization. Either that, or we attack Island 1 first.
Whoa,
crazy? What's crazy, Joe Feel, is you leading all of us to our death. You have to listen.
We can't do that.
If we don't do this, it's the end of Island 2.
We can't do that. That's crazy.
Everyone, we can't fight. Let's just vote. All in favor of Flux's plan to treat Island 1 as an enemy, say aye.
No wonder you're a second to red me. You don't know more. Oh my god.
I'm with Flux.
All in favor of sending aid to Island 1.
I'm not necessarily in favor of sending aid because everybody is basically coming together on
strengthening
the
ops.
Here's what happens, chat. They're not going to be so weak.
Meanwhile, at West Helm, I ran into something interesting.
Our next song is called Island 1.
Oh my god! So you remember this guy? Well, he had joined a band that produced actual songs and then performed them all across Island 1.
That's fire. Up there on Westland Island. A boiling water sea.
What the hell?
And no resources to speak of.
He's lit. He's so lit. He's so lit.
Everyone loved the Island 1 band, including Emperor Spoon, who found that the music bolstered the morale of his citizens. He believed that a happy citizen is a productive citizen.
So maybe he's so freaking tough. What the hell?
Even though Emperor Spoon was a chaotic figure, West Helm itself was the opposite. It had an army, a storage system, and a hierarchy, from emperor all the way down to citizen or plebeian. And of course, there was the Colosseum, which when finished, will play a major role in West Helm's justice system. That said, Emperor Spoon was not happy when he heard that yesterday, Benji and the other leaders had been talking poorly about him.
Okay, we need a better representative.
Our final goal is to put Benji Button in here. No, that is a joke. That is a joke.
You don't want Benji to die, do you?
Well, I mean...
Yes, we have,
Benji and the other leaders were concerned that Emperor Spoon is unstable and may one day try to take over the entire island. And their concerns only grew when Spoon was caught listening to Napoleon on Spotify. But they also knew that if Island 2 were to ever attack, they needed Spoon on their side, so they didn't know what to do.
What's happening today, chat?
I just want to say, thank you, Spoon.
You're welcome.
I'm the best. Glory to West Town.
Glory to West Town.
Meanwhile, Seneca, the Queen of Infernus, had decided to begin building a massive castle for her people, a beautiful home base that would hover directly over the volcano. Yesterday at the Island 1 meeting, a lot of leaders expressed worries about rumors that the volcano may erupt, and they talked about how they would each take different precautions. Everyone believed that the volcano was dangerous, except for Seneca, who had decided to take the opposite approach.
It's all just paranoia.
Okay, you can
If
start
we
the video.
really value the volcano, we need to have faith it won't erupt.
The main goal of Infernus as a civilization was to preserve the sacred land of the volcano. So what better way to show faith and demonstrate loyalty than to make your home right above it? Linguini, meanwhile, decided to make his home underground within the volcano.
Hear me out. Hear me out. If the volcano doesn't
Linguini's
erupt,
main goal was to get
then
rich,
surely
and
that
having direct
change-
access to iron
that
and
change
gold was
in
one
history
reason for
of
him and the mafia to
devastation.
live there. But it wasn't the main reason. Remember this interaction from day one?
Sorry, we're gonna see that 4 AM, okay? Let's chill.
Oh, really? Scattered throughout the volcano were pieces of netherite, the rarest and most powerful mineral in all of Minecraft. Not even Island 2 had netherite. It was the single secret advantage that Island 1 had. And the only ones who knew about it were the Linguini Mafia and Infernus. Now, even though Infernus didn't exactly like how Linguini was desecrating what they consider to be sacred land, they made a deal with him. The Mafia can keep mining so long as they provide Infernus with some of the minerals they find. But Linguini was unsatisfied.
They want to use us. They
Oh
want cheap
my
labor.
God.
I'm not giving them anything.
Linguini didn't like how Infernus was basically forcing the Mafia to mine for them with nothing in return. So he secretly instructed everyone in the Mafia not to give Infernus anything. Linguini's hope was that Infernus never asks for those minerals and forgets about the deal entirely. Otherwise, he would be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, that do sound one-sided.
That said, despite this conflict, the rest of the Island 1 unification effort was going very well. Earlier today, Linguini had decided to join the Blue Cross Alliance.
Okay.
Thank you all. There's so much for having me.
The Alcaracina pirates were also eager to join, and surprisingly, so was Nevermore. There was only one holdout.
They're hard. Listen. That's hard. That's hard. The 2-star.
This mysterious civilization was called the Covenant, and it was ruled by a dictator named Turntap. How are you elected exactly? By a vote of the people or the vote of yourself?
Elected?
Turntap wasn't sure about joining the Island 1 Alliance because the people of the Covenant were generally skeptical of outsiders. They only took pride in their own nation, especially in their army, which was composed of really good PvPers who weren't above using torture to get their way. Are they drowning this guy?
He's gonna die.
Now, I felt a little bad for this player, so I threatened the Covenants. Covenant uses water torture. I'm reporting this to Sidefall News. So I went to the local news reporter. Sidefall, I have a story for you. I just caught the Covenant waterboarding one of their own people.
Oh. Well, I'm paid off by them.
Oh my god, paid off.
Dude, it's free money.
You know what?
It's called a business for a reason. It's not for profit. Okay.
Sidefall ran a news business with questionable ethics. He was also known for making up fake stories, writing things like, "The lava is rising," just to sell more papers. That said, earlier today, he had made a legitimate discovery that could devastate the entire island. Island 1 had a lot of known dangers, from the lava layer to the boiling water to the powdered snow. But there was one last danger that nobody knew about until now.
Hello, Mr. Warden. Who don't woke that big boy up?
We're just gonna move on, Mike.
Meanwhile, the people of Island 2 had spent the day building their civilizations and having a good time. Yesterday, their leaders had voted that whenever the border drops, Island 2 would send aid to Island 1, hoping this gesture would lead to peace. But not everyone agreed with this approach. When Flux returned home to Luminara, 3 Below Zero was furious at Flux for causing chaos at the meeting and for going against Luminara's values. 3 Below Zero, as the leader of Luminara, was actually heavily in favor of sending aid to Island 1. The whole point of the Luminara Bridge was to make peace with Island 1, not to start a war. As a result, 3 Below Zero demoted Flux from his position as second in command. I spoke with Legacy, a citizen of Luminara.
Yeah, Flux has been gone all day. People here don't really like him anymore.
Flux and his crew had spent the day building a secret bunker under the ocean, a place for them to hide if Island 1 attacks. And then Flux spent the rest of the day helping his best friend, Saps, finish building his home.
Paranoid?
Saps still reached out to me after I was demoted.
Shut up, good friend.
Flux over here can be a little unpredictable. But he's my friend, and I know he genuinely wants the best for us.
Even though Flux was much more ambitious than Saps, these two had become very good friends.
So many diamonds already.
Yeah, look at this. Yeah. I love it.
But just as day 4 was about to come to a peaceful end, something happened that would change the course of Island 2 forever.
What is that?
Island 2 is the ritual.
No. Sap?
Wait.
Oh, okay.
GTA transition?
GTS freaking.
No, yeah, she is.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I've seen it before.
Jofiel, the leader of one of Island 2's largest civilizations, was walking across Tricolor with her second in command, Seraphim.
He's getting assassinated.
Nothing wrong with that.
He's dying today.
Oh. Is that oh
my god.
What?
What?
Oh, don't hit him. You're gonna get the death messages.
Oh,
that's what death messages.
what are you doing?
Damn.
What?
Look how fast he's TP.
No way. The second in command of Tricolor had just killed their own leader. And immediately, all of Island 2 went on lockdown.
What?
Everyone was confused about what caused this to happen.
The kill switch got turned
After
on.
Seraphim fled, Tricolor was in complete disarray.
That's our leader.
Back at Saps' place, Flux told Saps it might be a good idea for him to call an emergency meeting with all the leaders. So, for the sake of the island, Saps agreed to host a meeting tomorrow. But for now, he and many others headed to Tricolor to help them restore order.
What is that build? What was that?
So you go, you go into the bunker.
So much madness.
Bro, what is that?
Do anything, though.
What is that? Bro.
Okay, I think
She's been that
So much madness.
But those 20 people that died.
Day
Alright, we're halfway through, chat. We're halfway through.
My voice is like, oh.
Now, Island 2 wasn't the only place that would face tragedy.
Oh no.
Oh, what? The leader of the Alcaracina Pirates, Noble Bucket, died very suddenly. Alright, they said they
Emerald
footage of what happened. Oh no. He doesn't know the lava layers there.
I'm dead.
No, you are dead.
Oh my god. You literally got cooked.
With world leaders dying left and right, the media had plenty to report on. The most trusted news company was from Elysium, called Daybreak Media.
We're number one because we actually report the truth, unlike that bozo sidefall.
And later into day 5, the news would get even crazier. For purposes of unity, the Covenant had finally decided to join the Blue Cross Alliance, thus successfully uniting the entirety of Island 1.
Okay,
But right away, the strength of this alliance would be tested.
It's crazy.
Why?
That is such a beautiful stretch.
Earlier, a citizen of Infernus had accidentally told someone outside of Infernus that there was netherite in the volcano. And this news spread all across the island.
Here we go.
That's my netherite. No, it's mine.
This was a disaster for Infernus and the Lingualini Mafia, who had been trying to keep the existence of netherites to themselves.
There's always a yapper, bro. There's always.
Immediately after hearing about the netherite, the Covenant sent a mining expedition into the volcano without telling Infernus. And lo and behold, they confirmed there was netherite.
They all in my spot. It's mine.
Because the Covenant had a scary reputation and a ruthless army, Queen Seneca of Infernus felt it was in her best interest to allow the Covenants to mine. But when other nations like West Helm started asking if they too could mine in the volcano, Seneca said no.
Because he let one of them do it, the rest of them will try to do it.
People are saying we're being selfish. They're the ones being selfish, trying to take our resources.
Yeah, it's not theirs, it's mine.
Listen, Island 2 is rich. We are not.
That's a skill issue.
Now with Netherite, we actually have a chance of evening the playing field, but the volcano people are hogging it.
Before any fighting could break out, the Blue Cross quickly reached out to all the leaders and told them to put this issue on hold.
That's cool.
We're inviting everyone here tomorrow, so we can all talk this through peacefully.
Hell no.
We're Island 1. We cannot afford to have a war over some mineral.
Nah, shut the fuck up, bro.
Meanwhile, Island 2 was still processing the death of Jophiel.
Even though I was just a farmer, you still made me film for it.
Saps would invite all the leaders for a meeting later so they could coordinate a hunt for Seraphim and discuss their plans for when the border inevitably drops.
Oh, it's not yet, not yet. I was about to say, we're just playing this off.
Now, after Jophiel's death, Tricolor had lost a lot of its power, which left the island with really one dominant nation, the Commonwealth. But remember from day 3 how the 5 Commonwealth leaders were in constant fights with each other?
It is ridiculous that Albert's vote is worth the same as mine.
Well, this all came to a head on day 5 when one of the leaders was caught plotting to take control of the entire Commonwealth. So, another Commonwealth leader then paid an assassin to, well...
Assassin?
Oh my god! Wolfram's dead.
We just witnessed murder!
After this, people from the Commonwealth lost even more faith in their governments. This Commonwealth citizen went to the Cass Coalition to complain to Cass directly.
I got information that there might be netherite on the other island. My leadership said, quote, netherite is useless.
Netherite is, of course, not useless. I think that's a foolish statement.
As the Commonwealth erupted, the Cass Coalition thrived.
Okay.
But they did have their own problems. Is this your employee?
Yes, he is.
That implies like it.
Oh, it's
Earlier,
One Daddy had ditched work to attend a party in Barbieland. So as punishment, his employers forced him to risk his life and chop down one of the tallest trees in the Cass Coalition.
Yeah.
You have to yell louder. I can't hear you. You're so far up. You have to get closer to the ground.
Did he jump on purpose?
Now, because of this recent tragedy, Cass decided to stay home from Saps' meeting.
Tragedy?
That said, every other major leader was now on their way.
He was a worthless slave. Who the fuck ain't nothing to mourn?
As the leaders and representatives arrived, there was one person who would be notably absent, banned from attending the meeting. Before the meeting started, Flux called me to his underground bunker because he had something, quote, important to tell me. Flux, what are you gonna do?
Well, first, let me just explain. I'm not allowed to attend this meeting because the leaders of this island are utterly incompetent. They can see that Island 1 is gearing up to invade us. And their response is, let's give Island 1 more gear. It's completely brainless, and it's going to result in all of our people dying.
I say just right.
So, you got a plan?
I had a plan, but nobody listened. They all voted against it. Look, we can still save this island, but the current leadership has to go.
What do you mean, has to go?
Axe to the neck.
Has to go.
Yeah.
Removed.
Killed.
And I'm done waiting.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna happen today.
Go time.
Welcome. Thank you all for coming. We have a lot of very important stuff to talk about.
You know, During the first meeting, there was one person there who actually understood what I was saying. Seraphim reached out to me, asked me if they could help in any way. I told Seraphim to kill Jofiel. And today, we will finish the job!
You're not doing shit.
Yes, sir! That's why he did it.
Wait, so Seraphim gets there. What actually happens next?
Something I didn't want to do, but something that needs to be done. I'm going to save this island by any means necessary.
I'd like to bring it to the table. If you agree with full chaos and Seraphim, please say aye.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I don't know, but we have no other choice.
I like that. I like this vibe.
Alright, so I have something to say. Is there a possibility, any possibility, that the assassination of Wolfram and the assassination of Jofiel by Seraphim is any way connected? Is there a conspiracy going on right now? Do we think that's a thing? Are leaders safe?
I have reason to believe that leaders are not safe.
Flux, do you feel any guilt doing all this?
No.
Well, part of me feels bad for Saps.
I also don't think the leaders are safe.
What do you mean you feel bad for Saps?
He has no idea what's about to happen to him.
Dang, they about to get him out the way.
But if you had to betray one person to save 1,000, would you?
I'm down.
Oh my god.
What just happened? I didn't do that.
Oh my god!
Why is there a trap?
Is this all set up? Where's Saps? Where did he go? Did Saps do this? Wait,
Wait!
Kill Saps!
Okay, Saps.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
I wouldn't even turn around and go back, man. Flux is not your friend.
Pushing 30 by the way.
Went
down the stairs of his house.
Dang, 382.
We're just not open, so it doesn't matter.
This is... Yeah, but I mean, he's in the open ocean.
Ah, wait a minute. How the fuck... The person who doesn't give a shit about human rights...
It was a new day, and Island 2 was in shock.
That peaceful stuff, that's over with. We done with that.
It's hard, bro.
On day 4, when Saps was in Tricolor, helping the people after the death of Jofiel, Flux and his crew had built a trap in his roof. And Saps did not know they had done this.
Oh my gosh, he didn't know!
He had been framed by his friend Flux, used as a scapegoat for Flux's plan.
That is pretty fire.
But because they had to rush to build the trap, it actually wasn't fully successful. Some of the dripstone, including the one meant for 3 Below Zero, had failed. But overall, the trap still killed the leader of Aperion, Alkaline Alk, a leader of the Commonwealth, Coraline, and 4 other very high-ranking officials from across the island.
I love that.
The people of Island 2 were devastated, confused, and angry.
Yes, sir. Our leader's dead.
What just happened? After the trap went off, Seraphim was immediately caught and killed.
What would a tricolor?
But when more people found out about how exactly their leaders died, their anger wasn't really towards Seraphim, but toward the person they believed was behind it all, Saps. And it made sense. Saps knew he'd be hosting leaders at his home. It was his roof that had a secret trap. A trap that happened to fit perfectly into the design of the roof. Saps was about as guilty as it was possible to be. With that, all the major Island 2 nations, from the Commonwealth to the Cast Coalition to Tricolor to Luminara, declared Saps to be hunted down and killed, while Flux got away with it all.
So sneaky, I like that. And they horrifying.
If you had to betray one person to save 1,000, would you?
And on top of all of this, at the beginning of day day 6, it was announced that tomorrow, on day 7, the border between the two islands will finally fall.
Game time. Time to clutch up.
Both islands now have 1 day to prepare.
I'm about to put up Braun numbers. Jordan numbers. For real. Thanks for Phoenix. Well, that's no reason the family have to.
That tree looks crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, you are killing this, dude. This is such a good video.
Hey.
Now, when the people of Island 1 saw the chaos happening on the other island, most just didn't really care about it. A lot of the hatred against Island 2 that was popular in the early days had faded away. That is, except for this player named Oppenheimer, who was determined to take out Barbie Land because in 2023, the Barbie movie had outsold the Oppenheimer movie.
I'm building a nuclear rocket that will make yesterday's chaos look like child's play.
But when Oppenheimer tried testing his nuke, it went up, and up, and up, and was never seen again.
Rocket, is it?
That was cool.
Now, Day 6 did present some new challenges for some of the civilizations. For example, at Nevermore, what is this?
In action.
What are you doing up here?
I got voted out because they hate me.
Oh! Come on! Don't jump! What about me?
She was a flippin' leader when they
Hey, why would you be there?
I didn't do anything! Meanwhile, at Elysium,
I hate being a leader. Everyone here is so stubborn.
Benji was having trouble getting laws passed because his people kept opposing any changes that threatened their peaceful lifestyle. The people of Elysium were generally skeptical of government officials, sometimes even holding trials against them. Although this particular trial did not go to plan.
Guys, somebody stole Gerald.
Who?
The mushroom cow, Gerald, has been stolen.
Yeah, they gotta get killed.
There they all go. Meanwhile, at West Helm, there was a bit of a food problem going on. Not a shortage, a feud. See, Remy the Rat had opened up a new restaurant right across from the Coliseum, but the food was questionable. So his customers had instead started buying their food from another player named Dinosaur. That is, until...
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Okay.
Friendly competition.
Straight up like that.
Wait, can you go back? What happened?
Okay.
Keyboard. He did it. Permanently closed. All food is now at...
Yeah, he stood up.
Now, Remy's?
Remy, are you behind the murder of Dinosaur?
Wow.
Anyway, on day 6, the West Helm Coliseum was finally complete. What do you plan on using this arena for?
Do I actually have to say legally?
No?
Maybe a little bit of blood will be shed. That's all I can say.
While Spood was a popular leader who got things done, he had also developed a reputation of being a little unstable. He said outlandish things, he can't stand meetings, and his justice system wasn't by courthouse, but by combat. This is something Spood's first attempted assassin, Ramsayer, tried to prevent. It's why he tried to kill Spood, and he wouldn't be the only one. There has been a small but coordinated secret revolution growing in West Helm, with aims to overthrow and murder Spood. The two leading figures are West Helm citizen Ramsaypie and West Helm's head builder, Knight Arcturus.
You know, I helped design his Coliseum, not knowing Spood actually wanted to use it for bloodshed. He's insane!
The first part of their plan was to take out Spood's second in command, a player named Oo. Second command down. But Ramsaypie was immediately chased down by West Helm's army.
We could have made something happen, man.
We could have made something happen, man.
With Ramsaypie dead, Knight Arcturus became the sole leader of the revolution. But he also knew it was only a matter of time before Spood finds out about his plans.
I want to make one thing clear. Anybody who is caught plotting against me will be executed in the name of West Helm. Glory to West Helm.
Literally right there.
Yeah.
They traitorred me right there and then, bro.
Now, before the border drops, the Island 1 leaders all met to discuss what to do about the Netherites in the volcano. Going into the meeting, people were not happy with Infernus and the Linguini Mafia, who were believed to be keeping Netherite to themselves.
Please keep all your weapons holstered at all times unless you absolutely have to.
The meeting began with West Helm's representative and Spoot's newly appointed second-in-command, Spider.
We asked if you had netherite, and you lied. You said there was no netherite, that you had looked in it, and that you hadn't found any.
Because people were immediately starting to gang up on Infernus, Benji from Elysium tried to keep the peace.
Why is it Infernus' job to report on the netherite? There were people literally going into their territory, mine without authorization, and then accuse them of doing something wrong.
After some more discussion, Infernus was asked the big question.
Will you open up rights to mine?
Otherwise, if they don't, she's dead. No. She's dead.
I wonder what she would say.
It is still the place where we live. And of course, things like trade are important, but in terms of opening up the volcano, it is an adamant no.
Now Lingolini, Seneca's biggest ally, was about to speak, but what he ended up saying was unexpected.
We have to humbly disagree with Infernus of not allowing anyone else to mine in the volcano. This is Island 1. We're all struggling against the nature and everything like that. Shouldn't we all be allowed to mine wherever we please?
Soon people started offering deals to Infernus.
I believe we'd be open to give you resources since it is your land.
But Seneca still said no.
The volcano is still our sacred land. We don't want hundreds of people there mining and ravaging it.
As a result, Lingolini went even further.
On the day one, Mario was here first on the volcano, and we're able to mine there, but it's not fair that no one else can mine. While your queen is over there with the diamond boots, some people don't even have any armor.
Eventually, people started using scare tactics.
That volcano is insanely active right now. It will most likely erupt within the next few days.
I doubt it.
That's Seinfeld propaganda.
That's propaganda. And so, after even more discussion, West Helm made a final plea.
We have a representative from every single nation on this island. You have an opportunity here to unite us all, or you have an opportunity to totally destroy that unitedness.
But Seneca still wouldn't budge.
For now, it's a no.
So, Lingolini made a big announcement.
Mario has a large chunk of territory in the volcano. The Linguini family declares independence from Infernus, and we will open mining to anybody who wants to mine.
I like Linguini though.
Seneca's leaving? Seneca had left the meeting, furious at Lingolini's betrayal.
We had a better outcome, but the
She was getting cooked in that meeting, bro. She was getting absolutely cooked, bro. Man said, you have diamond beats and some people out here have nothing, bro.
Saps, what just happened?
Dude, what just happened? Every leader in front of me just died.
And you had nothing to do with it.
It wasn't me. Someone was in the roof. I'm getting framed-ish.
Following yesterday's trap, Saps was on the run, as he was now the most wanted and notorious criminal on Island 2.
Rude. What am I supposed to do?
He had no choice but to hide amongst the dense jungles and swamps of the southern island. But he also knew that the longer he hid, the more guilty he looked. So earlier, he had decided that he would turn himself in under the condition that he is given a fair trial.
Okay. I don't know if they're gonna give
Flux, meanwhile, was satisfied with the success of his plan, but it wasn't over quite yet.
We got 2 leaders left to kill. Call Me Cass, and of course, the guy who demoted me.
And because Seraphim was dead, Flux sent another member of his crew to take care of the job. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh no. There we go.
Oh my god.
To the world, this looked like yet another senseless assassination. But to Flux, it was the strategic progression toward making the people of Island 2 paranoid. So paranoid that they wouldn't trust anybody, and especially not Island 1. In fact, the new leadership of Tricolor was already preparing for Island 1 to invade.
I think we should secure our nation, make sure we have plans when inevitable war and fighting starts.
Sending aid to Island 1 was officially off the table, and the construction of the Luminara Bridge had come to a stop. After all these days, Flux's plan was finally working. Now, the Cast Coalition, meanwhile, hosted a diplomatic meeting on Day 6 to try and increase the morale of Island 2 before the border drops, although Cass herself was too scared to attend the meeting.
I want to enter, but my members are telling me not to because there was an attempt on my life yesterday.
Right. Because Cass was one of the last remaining major leaders on Island 2, she now had guards with her at all times.
Yeah, you got
Here, I'll trade you armor.
Why?
You gotta roll around like
you guys. Do not die. Please don't die.
That said, everyone would soon be tuning into the trial of Saporado to find out whether Saps will be freed or executed. Several nations argued over who would get to host the trial, but the Commonwealth ended up winning.
We've made this beautiful venue to show the world that the Commonwealth is still the strongest.
But no, I want Sap to die.
But first,
I mean, I do want murder.
Why does it appear? They're moving the warden up. No.
They're moving the warden? Wait, can you come back? That's evil, bro.
They're bringing it to the surface.
Yes, sir.
Wait, why are we
I got a little prank coming up, man.
Rising lava? They made it rising lava? Wait! So remember that discovery that Sidefall made? Well, it was a warden, also known as the most dangerous creature in all of Minecraft. Sidefall had then renamed the warden to Rising Lava, so that when he was accidentally killed by it, the entirety of Island 1 went into a panic. The lava is not rising, but this is just as dangerous.
The war of the war.
Run!
Oh my god!
The warden had been unleashed onto Island 1, going from place to place, terrorizing civilizations.
Hell yeah.
Rising lava.
Yeah, took your fruit snacks, Ward. Go crazy.
How is anyone gonna stop this? Until eventually it cut to West Helm. But the West Helm army was ready.
Ready? Aim! Fire!
Now they going crazy. That's classic.
Come on. Oh my gosh. Welcome to West Helm.
Fucking shredded, bro. What the hell? Oh, they got a cheese up, bro. Yeah, the cheese up. This guy is the real deal on the other right now. This guy, that's
Why y'all celebrating? That's my guy.
Remy the Rat just staring up from fucking.
That's my guy. I know Remy ain't gonna like that now.
Alright, it's nice trial.
The defendant Saporado is accused of 7 counts of murder, including the murder of Joe Field, the murder of Alkaline Al, and the murder of our very own Coraline. I will hear the prosecution's argument, followed by the defense, and then I shall make my ruling.
Whole bunch of cast.
Okay, guys, I feel really unsafe now.
Prosecution, go ahead.
Your Honor, Zaps constructed a meeting hall which contained the deadly trap, pointed at everybody but himself. As a prelude for the meeting, he had his accomplice, Seraphim, assassinate his leader before running to the trigger, ready to pull the trap. He then fled the scene after the trap went off, just long enough after faking his surprise. He is not only a cold-blooded murderer, but a terrorist.
The prosecution then called a survivor of the trap, Sekor, to the stand.
We know after investigating that only one seat had no trap. Can you identify who was sitting in that seat?
It was Saprada.
And who built the meeting hall with that seat?
It was Saps. You killed our leaders. You destroyed our island. May your death today satisfy us all.
Then it was time for the defense, for Saps to give the most important speech of his life.
All I ever wanted for this island was peace and cooperation between the nations. The loss at the meeting yesterday was extremely devastating and came out of nowhere. But I can tell you right now, I'm innocent. It wasn't me.
It do look crazy.
The leadership in Luminara helped me build the meeting area.
He's gonna expose them.
And we're the only people who knew about the area before the leadership meeting. That includes the prosecution himself, Thomas 5200.
What?
Gotoga, Hive Rotation, Snowbird 334, and their ringleader, Fluxion. When I left to gather the leaders for the meeting, they must have snuck into the roof of the meeting to make the trap. The people who I thought I can trust the most used me for their malicious intent and killed the leaders and blamed it on me.
Saps had figured out he was betrayed and framed by his friend Flux, but he would end up making a critical mistake.
I find it rather interesting that Three Below, the leader of Luminara, is one of the only people who survived the trap. I find that rather interesting.
What about it?
The trap too.
Well,
Saps falsely assumed that 3 Below Zero, the beloved leader of Luminara, was also behind the murders. And with that mistake, Saps turned everyone against him.
Saps, is that all you have to say?
I guess.
All right, I'm ready to make my decision.
Don't kill him, though. I first.
Judge Timebomb, find
I like
Sakuraba.
Mario.
Guilty on all counts. Saps is to be taken to the top of the gauntlet and executed immediately.
Prosecuted.
Oh, that's
Run away, right? Oh! Wait! Oh!
No way! No way!
Is he running for that big crowd?
You got it.
Oh my gosh!
Fall damage.
Just that walker.
Come on!
It's over.
There we go.
No way! No way!
He got away.
He had to.
He actually got
How did
away.
he just run away from 200 people?
He actually get away.
You
gotta
be
kidding me.
No! How did he run away from 200 people?
Yes, King. Yes.
I don't know how you gonna survive for long, Saps, but
This is how I full screen time, bro. This is how I full screen time.
For something he didn't even do for real.
You destroyed our island.
Guilty on all counts.
Disgrace to all of the honor.
Saps, why did you do this?
and it's sad because Saps never did it, bro.
Yeah, I thought it would be way less. 3-2 to 3-7. They lost 12
My
people.
boy, he gonna figure this out.
That wasn't.
That's my guy.
That's not that bad.
He gonna
No.
figure
Day
it out.
7. Day
7.
7.
God.
These guys are waiting at the border, bro. Oh, these are pirates. Remy the rat.
Okay, yeah, the border pros are dropped.
It was day 7, which means the border had officially dropped. At first, people were kind of in awe.
Whoa, this is beautiful.
Going from one island to another after all this time was a major culture shock.
This is Island 1? Whoa!
And as expected, Island 1 people immediately started taking resources from Island 2.
Dang.
They're taking the sheep. But the flow of resources wasn't all in one direction.
Probably gonna take some gravel back to Island 2. We don't have a lot of it.
Still, as people from the 2 islands started meeting for the first time, they were surprisingly friendly to each other. Like these two who made a tunnel connecting the islands from underground.
We've linked Island 1 and Island 2.
That's kind of cute.
For the longest time, Island 2 feared an invasion by Island 1. But on day 7, that fear completely disappeared.
Yeah, for how long?
It became very clear that Island 1 had no interest in war. Instead, they were just happy that they could finally enjoy Island 2 for themselves.
The water isn't boiling.
That said, at the beginning of day 7, Lingolini made a big decision. He had decided to move out of the volcano and relocate his entire mafia to Island 2.
Seems he's much more organized than Island 1.
After yesterday's netherite meeting, which got a little heated, Lingolini had legitimate fears that Infernus might seek revenge against him. So, hoping to live a more peaceful life, Lingolini went far away and settled in the Caste Coalition.
So you're the leader of a mafia, I've heard?
Yes, we are, but we might do some rebranding over here.
Are you guys like violent?
We weren't violent much, but we have done some political talk that has not been taken well, which is the reason why we're here.
Sensing potential danger, Cass decided it was best for Lingolini to set up his home outside the Caste Coalition. That said, the Cass Coalition was now bigger than ever before. On day 7, Cass hosted a funeral for the deceased Wood Daddy, and over 100 people across both islands showed up.
We are gathered here today in the cherished memory of Wood Daddy, a beacon of kindness in our community.
I'm sorry.
While Cass's influence grew, the Commonwealth was in shambles. Sap's trial yesterday was a disaster for the Commonwealth. Island 2 had entrusted the Commonwealth to run the trial of Saps. So when Saps escaped his execution, people lost all faith in the Commonwealth, which at one point was the most powerful civilization in the world. On day 7, most of the Commonwealth leaders resigned, leaving just one player, Sitzkrieg, as the sole ruler of the Commonwealth.
We're actively searching for Saps right now. We will restore honor to the Commonwealth.
One of Sitzkrieg's biggest goals was to find and kill Saps, but his other big goal was to regrow the Commonwealth's population, which by this point had shrunk by a lot. So he sent out a lot of public invites, especially to the people of Island 1, and it actually did work, until... one of the people who moved in was Knight Arcturus, the lead builder of Westhelm, who had to flee from Westhelm because Spood had found out about his secret plans for revolution.
Yeah, the Commonwealth is letting us hide out here. So as long as Spood doesn't find us, we should be okay.
Speaking of fugitives, the world's biggest fugitive, Saps, was back to hiding in the jungle after miraculously escaping from his trial, although his spirits were quickly fading.
Everyone thinks I'm a murderer. I just don't know what to do anymore. I know you're not a murderer.
Saps knew that Sitzkrieg and the Commonwealth soon planned to scout the entire southern islands to hunt him down. So on day 7, Saps decided that his best bet was to leave his home island and flee to Island 1.
They're gonna still try to find him at
But
Island 1.
it wouldn't be so easy.
Please.
Because the border had just dropped, people were constantly going back and forth between the 2 islands, which means traveling by sea could be dangerous. So Saps decided on another method of travel. He went to the place where he was least expected.
Wait, what is this?
Oh, fuck.
Straight to the bridge.
No way. No way.
This thing kind of dangerous too, though, ain't it?
What the heck? What are you doing, bro? Let's let it over. Let's let it cross.
Island 1.
Now, instead of chasing Saps, the Luminara builders instead retreated to inform everyone else that Saps was on his way to Island 1. Saps, meanwhile, quickly sailed the rest of the way to the other island, although what happened next was unexpected.
Okay. Oh, there he is. Hey, buddy.
Whoa.
Hey, buddy.
That's the wait. That's the ruler. That's the ruler of the sea.
This water. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you know, it's good here. On the south side of the island, it's safe.
It turns out earlier, Saps had reached out to a bunch of people on Island 1, offering them 2 stacks of diamonds if they give him a safe place to hide. And out of all people to accept his offer, it was Turntap, the leader of the Covenant, the most feared and militaristic civilization on Island 1.
I ran across the giant bridge that Luminara is building, and like all of Luminara was there.
When Saps and Turntap finally arrived at the Covenant, Turntap immediately distributed Saps' diamonds to the Covenant army. But then, in a surprising move, he sent them out on a secret mission.
Wait, what?
Turntap had sent the Covenant hit squad to Island 2. Not to accomplish a goal for the Covenant per se, but actually upon the request of Infernus.
What?
Linguini betrayed us. He humiliated us. He ruined our sacred land.
Yesterday, Lingolini had opened up the volcano for netherite mining, and as such, people from all across Island 1 had started mining in the volcano. And even though Lingolini had now moved out of the volcano, Sinica felt that since people were already mining, she had no choice but to let them stay. She was not happy about what Lingolini had done, and Sinica wanted revenge. Oh! They're killing the entire mafia.
Another one down, baby!
Oh my god. Now, the reason the Covenant was willing to do Sinica's bidding wasn't just because she'd let them mine for netherite before anyone else, but because as a civilization that values honor and loyalty, the Covenant didn't appreciate how Lingolini so publicly betrayed Infernus. They found him.
Hey, you ever thought about diplomacy?
We could have had Island 1 at peace and world peace, and we still can, really.
Here they go.
But over my grave, he will not be a part of it.
Oh no, they've got him. They've got him.
Mamma mia! Rest in peace, Mario, bro.
Oh,
damn! I like Linguini. That's my guy.
You saw at the very beginning.
That's my guy.
The Covenant had massacred the Lingolini Mafia.
The previous ones we watched.
Poor.
Before anyone could retaliate, the Blue Cross announced they would schedule a hearing, calling on the Covenant to explain what they had done.
All you can do now is go like watch a YouTube live stream.
It's getting wicked out here, bro.
Howdy, Flux. Oh, wait, you got some fancy armor now.
Yeah, got it from Island 1.
Wait, really? Earlier today, Flux and his crew had gotten their hands on a super rare armor trim by trading with the Covenant, who had picked up the armor trim from the Warden when it died. Now, of course, Flux had no idea that the Covenant was also trading with and harboring his arch nemesis, Saps. But he did know one thing.
I heard Saps ran to Island 1, so we put out a massive bounty on his head.
Flux was now determined to have Saps killed, because Saps was the only other person in the world who knew that Flux was behind the murders of all the Island 2 leaders. Basically, if Saps dies, Flux gets away with everything. And ideally, the sooner Saps dies, the better, because of incidents like yesterday.
That includes the prosecution himself and their ringleader, Fluxion.
Fortunately for Flux, it didn't seem like anyone at the trial believed Saps. If anything, Saps' accusation only made people hate him more, especially the people of Luminara, who weren't happy that Saps accused some of their fellow citizens. What do you want to do to Saps?
Kill.
Kill on sight. We hunted him down the other day. We
Yeah.
couldn't find him, but we have speculation of where he is.
After the murder of their beloved leader 3 Below Zero, Luminara soon planned to host an election, and the current frontrunner was a player named Legacy.
Me and my parent, we've just been going around to different houses, knocking on doors. I think we're gonna win this thing.
For a moment, Flux also considered a run for leader, although he had basically already accomplished everything he wanted to do.
That probably wouldn't be a good idea.
No matter what people say, Island 1 was planning to invade us. They would have just walked right ahead. But now that we have stronger leaders, more cautious leaders, they're not gonna do that. We have world peace. And not because of a bridge, but because of me.
But still. I still would have been with Flux.
I said blood.
Since the beginning, Flux's philosophy was simple. You can never show kindness to your enemy if your enemy wishes to destroy you.
That's the fact.
If you build a bridge, they'll use it to invade you. If you offer them aid, they'll use it to kill you. This is why Flux believed it was necessary to eliminate the Island 2 leaders who wished to be kind. But the cost of their deaths was devastating. The people of Tricolor still mourned Jofiel, building a massive statue to honor their deceased leader.
That's not a crazy
I told you, Jofiel had
I like that statue, man.
Meanwhile, the people of Aperion had elected a new leader, but Aperion was never quite the same after the death of Alkaline Elk. The people of the Commonwealth were also in shambles, having a much smaller civilization than they started with. And even though there was some peace on Island 2, people didn't feel a sense of calm, but instead a sense of unease and revenge. They needed closure, and they were determined to kill the person who they believed murdered the leaders they loved. Saps knew that it was only a matter of time before someone hunts him down, or someone in the Covenant betrays him to collect the massive bounty on his head. So Saps made a last-ditch effort to try and get a strong ally for his cause. He asked Turntap to take him to the largest nation on Island 1.
Oh man, they get a little deal going. Strong as hell.
But on their way to the West Helm Capitol building, they ran into a citizen of Aperion from Island 2 who recognized Saps.
Oh, hey.
Is there a problem here?
Neutral ground, neutral ground.
Oh shit.
Okay. We will walk by in peace.
Saps and his crew then entered the capital.
Can I speak to the glorious leader of West Helm, please?
Yeah, I'll go grab him.
That easy?
Hello. Governor Leader brought me. Can we have a meeting?
I'm not gonna lie, Saps. You coming to me asking for a meeting after what happened last time, even if it wasn't to do with you.
Listen, I just want to talk.
What about what?
At least explain, because I'm innocent.
Saps, I'm sorry. No.
Ultimately, Spood rejected Saps' request for a meeting because Spood didn't exactly trust him and had no real reason to help him. So instead, Saps tried another civilization, the Alcaracina Pirates.
Look at the craftsmanship.
Although when he arrived, things felt a little off.
Since you're here, you have to drop all your gear. Hello.
Hello. About that.
I'm doing good.
Whoa.
Sorry, I didn't. Chat earlier. I was busy.
What?
But then, suddenly...
You need to leave.
Turntap's goaded. Turntap's goaded. Are you kidding me?
Turntap had realized that the pirates were planning to kill Saps to collect the massive bounty on his head, so he told Saps to run.
What's going on?
1 second, you gotta go back to Covenant, like, immediately. We probably shouldn't have come out here.
Now, on their way back to the Covenant, Turntap suddenly started acting suspicious himself.
Are we safe? Is everything fine? What's going on?
We need to go back to Covenant right now.
You need to tell me what's going on. I'm not coming with you.
Dude,
That's so suspect,
you can handle this on our own, like, just...
That's so suspect.
Dude, I'll explain to you in a sec, just come on.
Listen, It's hard to trust people right now, so
I feel like
a lot of faith
I feel
into
like he's
you.
gonna snitch.
Tell me that
This is
ain't
so
right.
suspicious. As Saps ran, he pondered his choices.
No, I
Either he
don't-
puts
I
his
don't
life in the
stream
hands of Turntap, who
I'm
maybe
al-
wanted
I-
to kill him and collect the
I've only
bounty for
decided to
himself,
stream now
or
because
he
I
runs
want
away. Now.
Because I've been wanting to react to this video. So.
Yo!
Yo!
I ain't trusting you.
Smart choice. He made a smart choice there. He made a smart choice.
I ain't trusting you one bit.
10 out of 10 go to
It's all over. Saps then climbed the mountains of Island
I do
1,
wanna be a
escaping from the
content
last
creator, so
remaining
I don't know.
person he thought he could trust.
We'll start somewhere.
Man, you can't
He was now all alone in a world of people who hated him and wanted him dead.
Everybody, like, that's what everyone's talking about. We need to kill Saps.
So he ventured into the snow.
Thank you for the follow.
There's something you can really do for real.
And started
Thank you,
collecting
man.
blocks.
I appreciate the follow.
Saps, what are you doing?
I can't trust anybody. Flux won. He completely won. There's
He
just
did.
no point anymore.
Is he never gonna kill himself?
On day 7, Saps
like
built
he's
a
about to-
tower in the tundra, a monument for people to remember him by,
Oh,
and he planned to jump off.
Wait!
Oh my god.
But he didn't.
Oh!
If I have to
Okay.
die, I'm gonna make sure he does too.
Okay. On that revenge arc. He's on that revenge arc.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about, man. You can't let Flux live, man. For
Do I
real, for
stream
real,
this?
dog.
I have
lot more people about to die.
Welcome everyone! Today we have two new prisoners who will fight to the death. Rinix, you are charged with the attempted murder of several innocent West Helm farmers. Remy, you are charged with
Remy the
conspiracy
rat.
to murder West Helm food supplier Dino's Earth. Ready, set, fight!
Did it go?
So well, how unfair is this, bro?
What's that swing? Some guy
Oh, wait, what the? Why did a 10-man
Jumping now?
That's crazy.
Oh no, Remy.
Remy's a rat, you know?
Good job, Remy.
Remy the Red had won his duel in the Coliseum, and all of his crimes, including the murder of dinosaurs, were expunged from his record by Emperor Spood himself. He was now a legend, and his restaurant became more popular than ever before.
He put his head on the floor.
Now, it's been a busy few days for Emperor Spood. He was always working on different things. Have you seen our aqueducts? Show me your aqueducts, Spood.
Look at it behind you! Look at it!
So what's the use of this?
I don't really know. What is the point of anything? We just build. We have too many builders, not enough ideas.
Now, while Spood was an effective leader, he did have to constantly watch his back for assassins.
You know, I've thwarted like 5 assassination attempts, and guess what? I just found out about another.
No way. Spood's entire reign began with him almost being killed, so he was always extra careful and sensitive about where he went and who he associated with. It's also why Spood was particularly angry when he found out that one of the people who planned to kill him was his own lead builder, Knight Arcturus.
According to some of my sources, Knight Arcturus was seen in the Commonwealth earlier today.
Really? Spood had sent spies across the world to find Knight Arcturus, and when they discovered he was staying at the Commonwealth, Spood immediately reached out to Sitzkrieg to request he be handed back to Westhelm. However, given that the Commonwealth was low on citizens and needed good builders, Sitzkrieg decided to reject Spood's request.
I'm not just going to give up one of my builders. The Commonwealth does not give in to tyrants.
This made Spood erupt with fury.
I'm gonna make sure that everybody knows the Commonwealth is corrupt. They step that chocolate.
And so Spood went around telling everyone about how much he hates the Commonwealth. This whole situation became a massive drama, and it actually got to the point where the rest of Island 2 was getting annoyed with the Commonwealth.
I don't get why the Commonwealth doesn't just hand him over. We don't need a war with West Helm.
Unlike the Commonwealth, Cass had a big population and she didn't care about losing citizens who were troublemakers. For example, earlier, one of her citizens, Addison27, had gone to Tricolor, dug into Jovial's grave, and had stolen Jovial's head. But instead of protecting him, Cass immediately banished Addison from the Cass Coalition and alerted Tricolor of his location, causing Addison to flee Island 2. It was this kind of no-nonsense leadership that earned Cass a lot of respect from not only her citizens, but other Island 2 nations who are now much more willing to ally with Cass than with the Commonwealth. The very existence of the Cass Coalition also provided a sense of security to smaller groups, like this new nation who are mostly cheese merchants and call themselves the Conquistadors.
This is the way of cheese!
Since the border dropped yesterday, the economies of most Island 2 nations were prospering, with heavy amounts of trade and tourism between islands. Meanwhile, in Barbie Land,
I feel like Barbie Land.
What?
I'm marrying Oppenheimer.
What? On day 8, the player Oppenheimer had marched into Barbie Land, but instead of destroying it with a nuke, he apparently liked it so much that he proposed to their leader.
Consider this your invitation to the Barbenheimer wedding.
Thank you. In Luminara, meanwhile, the citizens were inventing new technologies.
This is the power switch. It's 16 furnaces working together simultaneously, and it has a bunch of hopper minecarts on the inside distributing everything.
As much as Luminara was finally starting to live up to its name as the light of Island 2, little did its citizens know among them was quietly living the world's most deadly group of terrorists.
I'm thinking of running in the election tomorrow.
Oh yeah?
Legacy's pretty popular, but I'm not worried.
While it seemed like each of the Island 2 nations had their own separate goals, they were all still united under one mission: to find and kill Saps. In fact, by day 8, Luminara had told all of the other nations that Saps had fled to Island 1, and some nations were already preparing to send out hit squads later today. But Island 1, meanwhile, was currently dealing with a whole other political drama: the murder of Linguini.
I cannot conceive how we are being this civil about this. They came in, they found him in the hole, they drowned him in lava.
This player, Vietnam, was one of the few remaining survivors in the Linguini Mafia. Vietnam had escaped the Covenant's attack and wanted to get revenge against the Covenant, but was finding it surprisingly difficult to gather support. See, while the Blue Cross condemned the Covenant, nobody was brave enough to declare war on them. People feared the Covenant and its army, which is why Seneca secretly asked them to do the deed instead of doing it herself. If people knew that she was behind the attack, she would be in big trouble. But for now, nobody would face any consequences for the massacre of the Linguini Mafia. Going back to West Helm, on day 8, Emperor Spood was really only thinking about one thing: how to get revenge against Knight Arcturus. After the Commonwealth rejected Spood's extradition request, Spood's initial reaction was to begin preparing for war. But what made him think twice was his belief that the Commonwealth was a massive nation with probably a big army. Spood also knew that declaring war could risk the entirety of Island 2 coming to the Commonwealth's defense, and maybe launching a counterattack on West Helm. So, Spood decided to change strategies. He instead decided to try and bait the Commonwealth. See if he can make them angry enough to do something rash. Something bad enough that would allow Spood to then declare war and have everyone's support. And Spood knew exactly how to make the Commonwealth angry. He invited back to the West Helm capital the one person he knew the Commonwealth hated the most.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Content's here too, for some reason. This is interesting. Because the Covenant had brought Saps to West Helm yesterday, Spood had specifically asked Turntap to protect Saps and escort him to West Helm once again. While Saps didn't fully trust Turntap, or Spood for that matter, he knew that a meeting with Spood was a massive opportunity, and it was worth the risk.
My boy Sap. You already checked in with the Quavo.
Hello, Emily.
you
Thank
are
you
the
for the
person
follow. I
that, to my
appreciate it.
knowledge,
Okay, they did well.
murdered all those people
Yeah,
on
you did.
Island
Thanks so much.
one.
Thanks so much.
It was
Thanks
not
so much.
me. There is a person on Island 2 that is
I'm doing
behind
good. I'm just
all of the
reacting to
assassinations
this
and the
video, so
corruption.
I don't know if you
His
watch
name
him
is
or not.
Fluxion.
If you do, let me know.
Emperor Spood was having trouble believing Saps, but he went along with it for now.
Well, it seems like we both have gripes with Island 2.
Spood then proceeded to tell Saps and the Covenant about his feud with the Commonwealth, and how he needed Island 1's support in case a war breaks out. There was just one problem. The Blue Cross Alliance was as good as dead. Infernus had basically left the Alliance after the last meeting, and the Covenant had stopped responding to the Blue Cross because of the Linguini situation. So Spood decided to take things into his own hands and individually call the big 4 nations of Island 1 for a meeting. And he wanted Saps to be there so he could tell the leaders about corruption on Island 2. Now, because of Saps' reputation, Seneca and Benji were hesitant. But as long as the meeting was in a wide open area without a roof, they decided they would go.
So you turned the sun away. How could you be so cruel?
To begin the meeting, Spood first had Saps tell his story.
I've been put on trial and sentenced to death for a crime I did not commit.
Spood's goal with this meeting was to convince all the leaders that Island 2 was a threat to Island 1.
One of my right-hand men was murdered in cold blood by someone in association with the Commonwealth. It's one of the many injustices I've heard about on Island 2, and I want justice.
Then, Turntap of the Covenant made his own statement.
A few days ago, Covenant was approached by Luminar to speak of a potential trade agreement. Legacy AN approached me in regards to Fluxion, the guy who Saps is claiming
these type of videos are those things I watch.
Apparently, back when the Covenant traded armor trims with Flux, they had also done the same deal with Legacy. And Legacy had voiced concerns to Turntap about Flux's run for leader, including how Flux was demoted from second in command, and rumors that he's paying people diamonds to vote for him. This gave Saps and Spood's stories a little more credibility, which was crucial for getting everyone on board with Westhelm's military proposal, which was, if any nation from Island 2 attacks Island 1, then the entirety of Island 1 must strike back.
If all leaders are in agreement to this, please say aye.
Aye.
This is for us a problem.
Benji was hesitant to join any military alliance because Elysium was the nation of peace, and he knew that his people were opposed to any changes that threatened their peaceful lifestyle.
Council might not agree.
Do you believe if Saps was at the council meeting, would he potentially have the chance to convince them after telling his story?
I think he might.
I like that. As long as Saps agrees, it's up to you.
I mean, yeah.
Saps and a few of the others then walked to Elysium on a mission to reunite Island 1.
I have been framed for the mass assassination of Island 2 leaders by Fluxion and his conspirator. So many other people have died to the same tyranny and corruption that has been on Island 2. I'm just so lucky to be alive and share my story with you guys.
Yeah.
But as Saps spoke, the people of Elysium still had some doubts.
Against the corruption in Island 2, which is...
What is that? Are we going to corruption?
Elysium wasn't convinced that potential corruption on another island was enough of a reason for Elysium to get involved. But then, suddenly...
A few days ago...
What the hell is this?
What the...
What?
Stop it!
What is this? About 15 members of the Westhelm army had inexplicably walked right through Elysium. They quickly left, but it certainly didn't help the tensions. Nonetheless, the proceedings continued.
They're being rushed here to pressure us.
We're going to be deciding whether Elysium citizens would go to war. I think Elysium citizens need to have a say in that.
That's a good sign.
True. After even more deliberation, and after even more time passed...
Excuse me, you have to say something important.
troop of people that came by. They are apparently the military from West Helm. We have reasonable suspicions to believe they are going to launch an invasion of Island 2 in the next 5 minutes. I do not know.
Emperor Spood had grown impatient. After Spire informed him that progress was stalling, Spood had decided to send a squadron of the West Helm Army into the Commonwealth's territory to find and arrest Knight Arcturus. Oh boy, they're almost there, I think.
Hey, you deserve it, I ain't gonna lie. You deserve this arrest.
Hello, we are here peacefully. We're simply looking for a man by the name of Knight_Arcturus.
Alright. We don't have him.
We do not know where he's at.
Cap.
We have not seen him, nor have we heard from him.
We don't have him. Cap.
Where are they going?
With their first plan failing, West Helm went to plan B.
Shield wall, shield wall. No way. What's happening, guys? Oh, hell no, what the hell? forming a shield wall outside. Everyone leave, we're getting out of here.
Yeah.
Everyone, bail.
The type of story this is
The West Helm squadron had successfully intimidated the Commonwealth leadership into fleeing their own nation.
That's crazy.
West Helm then went around, searching every house, every mine, every crevice of the Commonwealth. But ultimately, Knight Arcturus was nowhere to be found.
Hold on, where is bro at?
The hell he at?
This is crazy. How beautiful some of these buildings are. And here I thought
answer to the
Meanwhile, at the Cass Coalition.
And so, Emily, this is 500 players on 2 different islands. One is a rich island, one is a poor island. And
You
they
know how
basically build
everyone's
up their own
trying to
civilization.
kill Saps because of what he did? And then during his trial, he was all like, Luminara was behind this. Luminara built the trap.
The leadership in Luminara helped me build the meeting area. That includes the prosecution himself, Thomas 5200, and their ringleader, Fluxion.
So, I was sailing past Saps' place a few days ago.
In the background talking.
God, this dude is digging.
Where you at?
For what? Oh.
You see that? You see that guy?
Yeah.
Isn't that Flux?
What?
Yeah, kind of looks like him.
No way.
What's he doing at Saps' place? And
That's evidence.
why is he gathering blocks?
Someone with a brain.
You go to show Cass.
Oh,
This might be proof then.
that's the evidence.
What do you think?
That Saps didn't do it?
Interesting.
I built this! I mean, I had people helping me as well.
You know what? Go show this to Tricolor. And probably also Perion.
I'm on it.
I would say I gotta rectify this, but I like Flux, so I'll leave Flux alone.
A citizen of the Cass Coalition had been reviewing his old video footage when he happened to notice Flux digging for sand, a prevalent material in Saps' roof. On its own, this wasn't the best evidence. But for some people, it did raise some questions.
My boy Flux, he good people, bro. Run!
Come on, Flux.
Oh God, dude. Okay.
Now, you know what you do.
Yeah, a lot happens on this day.
Day 9.
I mean, day 10's the big day, but...
Let's get it.
Yesterday, Saps had spent the day getting brought into meetings with the most important people on Island 1, and he didn't really know what to make of it. In one sense, he was incredibly lucky to finally have some support. But he also questioned how real this support is, and who he can really trust. See, Saps knew that the Covenant generally did not like the people of Island 2. The Covenant believed that Island 1 was the supreme island with better culture, customs, and traditions. They were also known to be ruthless, having massacred the entire Lingolini Mafia. It's why Saps was suspicious of Turntap's offer to continue protecting him, especially after he ran away. But Saps knew he needed powerful allies as world tensions were ramping up. When Schmoot invaded the Commonwealth yesterday, he got a lot of criticism, mostly from his own neighbors who were blindsided by the move.
Schmoot could have dragged all my people into war. Elysium is a nation of peace.
Like that, any hope for a Big Four alliance was basically dead, especially since the other nations were now dealing with problems of their own.
Okay, what they dealing with?
Again, so much happens in this later news.
Earlier yesterday, Queen Seneca had found out that Elysium's newspaper, Daybreak Media, had somehow found out that she had directed the Covenant to kill Lingulini. This is why Seneca was so quiet yesterday during the Island 1 Snow meeting. She knew this story would be coming out, and she was trying to figure out how she would respond. And on day 9, she made her decision. To dissuade people from invading Infernus, she would show strength by doubling down and hold a joint ceremony with the Covenant, parading around Lingulini's head.
Laughing. They're crazy.
Yeah, I love that.
Let this be a lesson. Shame to those who disrespect our volcano.
Someone whitelist me right now.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the island, the Blue Cross was hosting a meeting.
Seneca, don't
Vita 9, I'm getting word that Infernus is having a ceremony to burn the head of Mario.
If I can't get his head back, then it's war. I will put my hands around each and every one.
The leaders and representatives then decided that Infernus needed to be punished, and they started discussing whether or not to declare war. But then, not even a minute into the discussion...
If everyone is against them, then we're not going to...
Benji's dead!
Benji's dead.
What?
Who's Benji?
The leader of that other place, the Elysium.
Benji, the leader of Elysium, had suddenly died. And before anyone could even ask about what happened, a member of Daybreak Media made a shocking revelation.
We know that Benji had been one of the people who made the call to kill Lingulini.
What? Apparently, Benji had admitted to Daybreak Media that he, alongside Infernus, had approved the killing of Lingulini. At the time, Benji believed that killing Lingulini would finally resolve the conflict over the volcano and bring peace to the island. But he ended up seriously regretting this decision. So he told Daybreak Media everything, exposed Infernus, and then ended his life.
This guy was meant to be the whole...
Now, because Benji had repented, the Blue Cross Conference decided not to punish Elysium, and instead focused on Infernus.
Seneca,
I don't know about war. Maybe a trial? Give Infernus a chance to tell their side.
Flux was representing Luminara at the meeting, and the leaders actually agreed with his idea. So later today, there would be a trial against the entire nation of Infernus.
Dang.
Now, when the meeting came to an end, Flux was approached by a few guards from Tricolor.
Okay.
I forgot about that.
We know about the assassinations, all right?
What assassinations?
You're under arrest. You're coming to Tricolor. You're gonna have a fair trial. Just come with us.
What are you talking about?
Tricolor had issued an arrest warrant for Flux after they obtained incriminating video evidence from a citizen of the Cass Coalition.
Being possibly responsible for the death of Jovial in any capacity.
What are you talking about? We know Seraphim was guilty of that.
There are concerns that you may have been involved in other ways. If you believe yourself innocent, I believe that you are. I trust that you're innocent because you told me you were. But right now, the most important thing you can do is simply go to the trial and prove that you're correct, which I believe
This
you
is
are,
an
okay?
outrage against Luminara. I cannot
No.
believe that you would accuse me of this.
Now, the truth was, Tricolor wasn't necessarily convinced that Flux was guilty. They just wanted Flux to go to trial so that he could answer their questions about the videotape.
Why didn't you not bring this up beforehand?
So if you were remote meeting, run away.
You're seriously scared that I'm going to run away from a trial.
You agree after what happened with the Commonwealth, we could ever be too careful about stuff like that. We're both
Fine.
not.
Fine, I will go. But this is an outrage.
All right, let's go.
We're gonna remember this.
We will not stand for this.
Man, we not stand for this.
Arrested by Tricolor.
Crazy, bro. Bet that willingly. Oh, what's it doing? What's he doing?
He's like stopping every few seconds.
We'll stop.
Oh, he's 100%
The
messing
group
with
then
this.
passed through Elysium and was about to sail off to Island 2 until...
Wait!
New kids?
That's one of his dreams, bro.
Oh my days.
Crazy seeing it from this point of view and finding out everything that actually happened.
Hey, what is this?
What?
What happened to the trial?
Wait, Flux is getting away?
Staging this, bro.
It turned out Flux had secretly told a member of his own crew to come and attack him so that he could run away from his arrest.
Oh my God, it's a cover-up!
Guilty.
I knew this without him.
I ain't gonna lie, that is smart.
When Flux returned to Luminara, his whole world had flipped upside down. He believed he had covered all his tracks, that he had gotten away with everything.
Oh my gosh!
But for now, he had to remain calm and decide on his next move.
Yeah, that was good.
Legacy. Yeah? We've just been informed that you have ties to the Covenant, and they're working with Saps the Traitor. So the problem is, we're afraid you're a national security threat. You have two choices right now. You either drop out of the election this instant, or we can do this the hard way.
Oh, that's tough.
What you mean?
Alright.
By forcing Legacy to drop out of the election, Flux had automatically become the leader of Luminara. Which means if Tricolor still wanted to arrest him, they wouldn't be able to just walk ahead and take him. They would have to invade Luminara itself.
Yeah, that boy Flux.
Because he owns the land.
He just like me for real.
That's crazy.
Bro.
Playing chess, not checkers, though. At this point, I ain't
Yesterday, Emperor Spoon had caused a lot of chaos with his failed attempts to capture Knight Arcturus. So he spent day 9 repairing relationships, but also forming new ones. For example, earlier, Spoon had received a message from a player named Addison27 who wanted to sell Joe Fuel's head in exchange for netherite. Spoon accepted the deal, gave Addison a place to meet him at, but then he gave Addison's location straight to Tricolor.
Oh, so
Show us the head.
Yeah,
there it is.
Oh no!
Give it right now.
I got it!
Now, this actually led to an alliance between Westhelm and Tricolor, the first ever multi-island alliance, and a strategic move by Spoon to befriend the neighbors of the Commonwealth. Later, Spoon also visited the Covenant after he heard about some civil unrest going on.
Damn. So they all just left, just like that?
Apparently, about half of the Covenant's entire population had decided to leave the Covenant. This is because they believed TurnTap was betraying the Covenant's values by constantly trading and associating with Island 2. And what made a lot of them really angry was the fact that TurnTap was making them protect Saps. See, originally, TurnTap had only brought Saps in to get diamonds for his army. But the more he heard about Saps' story, the more he became captivated by Saps and wanted to help him. In fact, the reason TurnTap had acted strangely on day 7 wasn't because he was thinking about killing Saps. It was because he had just saved Saps from the Alcaracina pirates, and he was worried that the pirates would attack the Covenant in retaliation.
Yeah, that sounds kind of
Anyway, now that TurnTap had the pirates against him, as well as much of the Covenant forces, which TurnTap himself had trained to be ruthless, it's fair to say that his life was in grave danger. But before he and Spoon could figure out a solution, the Covenant suddenly had a surprise visitor.
Come here, you're under arrest.
Who is it?
Uh-oh.
Yo, they're trying to kill me?
You killed our leaders. You destroyed our island.
After days upon days of searching, the Commonwealth had finally found Saps.
It's literally the guy.
Oh my god.
Saps is now hiding. This player, Zekor, was now the main diplomat of the Commonwealth, and he knew that this was his opportunity to finally kill Saps.
Oh no.
The last thing he needed to do was to convince Spood to hand Saps over.
Spood, come here. Please, let's have a talk. Let's have a chat. Are you a friend of this criminal behind you?
Alright, criminal.
Could you guys come inside?
It's also crazy thinking,
Oh
chat.
boy.
People
Here
from
we
all
go.
over
Boy,
the
Sap
world
ain't no criminal.
were
though.
playing in this event.
I promise you that.
We can put all of our fighting behind us.
Yes, tell me, bro.
I propose a trade. You give me Saparada, and the Commonwealth gives you Night Arcturus.
I knew it. I knew this would happen.
RT for Zaps. I mean, where would this happen?
You can let us take Saparada now, and then
Saparada is so
we can
much
kill
more
Arcturus
valuable.
for you.
No, don't kill him. He needs to fight in the Colosseum.
Alright, we can make that work as well.
Dang.
Wait,
How about-
so you're saying you know where he is?
You might be bluffing though. You bluffing.
It's
I-
interesting.
Oh yeah,
because
because they went
Creek
there.
said
They
he
went
did
there
it.
and asked him.
Okay,
Yeah,
we don't have him.
We do not know where he's at.
Oh.
Look, he comes back every now and then. We'll find him.
Really? Is that
You don't
so?
know. You don't
Why
know
would
yet.
I lie?
So you'll find him for me.
Spood, don't do this.
Look, Spood, I have to be honest. I'm shocked that you're defending this criminal. Either you accept this deal right now, or I tell everyone from back home that you're harboring Saparada. They'll all declare war on you. This will be the end of Westhelm.
I know, right? You don't have the fucking emperor, bro.
So, just to make the terms of this deal very clear, because I want to be accurate. You expect me to give up an innocent man in exchange for a terrorist?
Right.
Is that really your offer?
Hot is
He's not innocent.
Don't do it. Don't trade that. Don't do that.
Alright. What? Oh, get out. Now.
There's only 2 of them, bro. Oh, no way. They're gonna do that. No way. They're gonna do shit. What?
You don't get out of Appreciate that.
This is my food. I love this guy. I love this guy.
Soon, it would be time for the trial of Infernus, which had become a very anticipated event because Seneca had told everyone that she actually plans to attend. As such, Turntap would be there to help her, which meant Saps also had to go. He wanted the Covenant's protection, which would actually come in handy.
Oh, what?
Saps getting attacked.
Wait.
Oh,
How many people?
The attacker was taken out immediately by the Covenant, but this led to another problem.
We need to know whether we should keep Infernus in the area. We are worried about assassination.
Seneca and the rest of Infernus had arrived, but were refusing to enter the courthouse because of safety concerns. Infernus is staying outside or nothing. They're not going in. And as expected, people were quickly becoming impatient.
I have to stand here for 5 more minutes. I'm gonna pull all my hair out.
Come inside.
These people don't have the ability to come in this building.
The trial hadn't even begun, and things were already out of control. And then,
Shit. What?
someone's setting up dripstone.
Oh. Who's it killing? Who's it killing? Who's it killing?
No, it's Zap!
This guy's doing it.
Turn?
No, not turn up.
Who died?
Hey, killed Turntap! The dude that was keeping Sap safe.
And like that, Turntap was dead, killed by 2 disgruntled former citizens of the Covenant who had come back for revenge.
Rest
Oh
in
my
peace,
god.
bro. He was low-key goated as well.
Back to the castle.
Queen Seneca directed her people and all the remaining Covenant forces, who were now leaderless, to retreat to the Infernus Castle.
Look at how beautiful the castle looks now.
Man.
I hate her even more now. I didn't even hate her earlier.
I love this girl.
Both Infernus and the Covenant were eventually found guilty of murdering the Lingolini Mafia. But now that Seneca had adopted the entire Covenant army with all of its netherite weaponry, it would be impossible to try and arrest anyone. Saps, meanwhile, was abandoned at the courthouse, so he ran all the way to Westhelm to Emperor Spood, who was apparently dealing with a new political crisis. It appeared that Spood had finally made the Commonwealth mad because, according to a Westhelm spy, it looked like the Commonwealth was preparing to go to war. And on top of this, Spood had received a message from Sitzkrieg inviting him to the Commonwealth for a meeting. Now, of course, Spood suspected this was a trap, but his second-in-command Spider had an idea.
Let me go instead. What? Let them kill me, and if they do, we'll have the right to obliterate them.
Basically, if Spider goes to this meeting and actually gets killed, then in the eyes of the world, this will give Westhelm permission to finally wipe the Commonwealth off the map.
I'm down with that.
You're a hero, Spider.
Sacrifice, basically.
Glory to Westhelm. Breaking troops.
Well, West Ham, yeah. West Ham.
These guys are all waiting for something to happen.
We're not gonna forget about you, Spot.
That's crazy.
Oh my god!
Oh, they're gone. He's just like without who he was.
And they really want to storm it.
Storm it like the
bro.
Facts.
Oh no. It's only a trap, isn't it?
The Commonwealth had been completely abandoned.
The hell?
See, after Zekor's meeting with Spood, Sitzkrieg had tried to rally all of Island 2 against Westhelm, but not a single nation joined him.
Damn.
Throughout its days, the Commonwealth had faced chaos, infighting, global humiliation, and now Sitzkrieg was utterly defeated.
For a while.
So, as a final jab against Westhelm, Sitzkrieg decided to kill Spider before dissolving the Commonwealth once and for all. Sitzkrieg and his remaining citizens then decided to pack up and relocate to the one place in the world that Westhelm wouldn't be able to infiltrate.
Oh my fucking days.
It just seemed like two people.
Hey guys, welcome to Infernus.
Thank you, Seneca.
Dang, they just...
I think I said a kid.
So many people.
That is a lot of people.
Infernus is massive.
Especially with all the netherite they got to, and then how they have their...
They are fortified, bro.
Place set up.
Fortified over the volcano.
Absolutely insane.
Meanwhile, at the Cass Coalition, it was the end of another good day. The farmers had produced plentiful crops, the businesses had made lots of sales, and there was even a birthday party. But while her people were happy, Cass knew very well that the outside world was quickly growing out of control. As leader, it was Cass's duty to keep track of all the world conflicts. But by day 9, they were simply overwhelming. She watched from afar as the Commonwealth fell apart. She watched as world leaders died left and right. She watched Infernus avoid justice by blocking themselves off, with netherite at their defense, as well as the volcano's sheer height. Yet despite all the turmoil, Cass spent most of the day trying to solve what was now the world's biggest mystery. Who had really murdered all the Island 2 leaders? Was it Saps? Or was it Flux? See, earlier at the Blue Cross meeting, members of the Cast Coalition were listening carefully.
Covenant was
who's that shadow of a man?
anti-Island Jew propaganda, which is ridiculous.
That was an absolute shit. What an absolute shit.
Island 1 never had beef with you guys. It was really just a covenant.
They can see that Island 1 is gearing up to invade us.
Then at least they'll know I tried to warn them when Island 1 comes and kills us all.
But the Covenant was going to invade us, right?
Honestly, probably not. I think they were just trying to scare you guys.
Flux had fully believed that Island 1 was going to invade and even yelled at the other leaders for doing nothing, which made Cass think, what if that's the reason he killed them? Besides, what would be Saps' motive? There wasn't even a motive alleged during his trial, yet he was still found guilty. In fact, thinking back, the trial itself was suspiciously short, and the judge made a decision very quickly. Well, on day 9, one of Cass's citizens was scouting the Commonwealth and figured out why. Flux had bribed the judge to ensure Saps was found guilty. When Cass discovered this, she immediately called for a meeting with local leaders.
It's been Flux this whole time. I'm so mad. He needs to die.
Cass calling for violence?
I never thought I'd say this, but you have my permission to invade Luminara.
Okay, I'll tell my guys to prepare for battle.
No, there won't be a battle. We go in, we take him out, we leave. Got it?
Guys, not gonna be that easy.
Alright, first thing tomorrow.
It's happened, man. Day 10. Last day.
The cheese
Let's get it.
There's still a lot of people.
I think some of this is a little switched up, but it's all good.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We gather here today because, well, we never got the opportunity to properly mourn our previous leader, 3 Below.
What's going on here?
He was more than just a Luminaran, he was a friend, and I'm very much excited that we can continue his legacy and complete the bridge which he would have wanted.
They don't even know.
Yeah, you're about to see a lot of crazy stuff. So again,
Alright, let's go.
And so, the Cast Coalition set off on their mission to kill Flux once and for all. On the way, Cass stopped at Aperion to rally their people.
We've found the person responsible for the multiple leader assassinations, including the assassination of your own president. Are we ready to fight for Luminara and for justice?
The plan was simple. Aperion would invade Luminara from the south, while the Cast Coalition approaches from the sea so that Flux can't escape.
But I don't want my boy Flux dead though. I like Flux. No idea.
I just they're gonna show it. You know, something bad happens. They're here.
Flux is running.
This guy does not escape.
They're after him.
Run. He does not escape. Run.
Do this the easy way or the hard way, my guy.
They can't catch you, bro.
Wait, surrender. Okay, surrender. I'm not moving.
Flux was under arrest, killing Jag, Alki, members of Tricolor, and leader of Commonwealth.
This is an outrage! And attempting my assassination!
Flux had stopped and surrendered, but there was a bit of confusion.
He's entitled to a fair trial.
Wait, I thought it was He's our president. They're trying to arrest our president.
Going in, Cass had been under the impression that the people of Luminara wanted Flux to be overthrown, when in reality, most Luminarans knew nothing about his crimes.
Don't speak to a mass murderer right now. Don't let him get through the crowds, guys. Where's Legacy? Luminarans, do you want this man alive?
Yeah, entitled to a fair trial.
Oh, come on.
All of a sudden, Cass wasn't sure about what to do. Until... He's running! He's running!
He's got a fucking cup.
secret trap he had built the day before. This bought him just enough time to escape. That said, Flux knew there'd be a lot of people after him, so when he dug to the surface, he ran straight to the ocean and fled Island 2.
That's my boy.
Still, Cass and Aperion sent out hit squads to try and hunt Flux down, while Legacy directed the citizens of Luminara to evacuate.
I gotta move all of these people over to the Concave Storage Queue because no one is safe in Luminara at the moment.
Like that, Legacy had taken over as leader of Luminara. Cass and Aperion were down 5 citizens, and Flux had gotten away with everything once again.
Ow. Ow.
That boy too
Ow.
good.
Or so he thought.
What happened?
Oh!
Excuse me?
I am so confused on what's happening right
Oh my god!
Everyone's screaming so like everyone across the world saw it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
What footage did you download?
When Flux's trap went off, the rest of the world had a lot of questions.
Was that in Luminara?
That was Flux?
Wait, Flux killed those people?
Yeah.
On day 10, word began to spread about what had happened,
That was Flux's trap? Yeah, Flux built that trap.
which made people think, was Flux behind the murders of the Island 2 leaders after all?
Dude,
Yeah.
I think Flux was behind everything. Shaps was right.
Suddenly, the world realized that Saps had been telling the truth.
Facts, finally.
Oh. Oh, it's beautiful. What's my fucking...
Saps, how do you feel?
Finally, I'm so happy.
For the first time since he had gone into hiding, Saps had been vindicated, proven innocent, and the world was finally on his side.
And he died from fall damage. Welcome home, Sap.
And now, instead of hunting for Saps, all of Island 2 was determined to find Flux.
Bro, this is what happens when people want trials.
We should have just started killing him. I don't know why anyone stopped in the first place.
I would have been the bad guy if I killed him right then and there with everyone yelling, trial, trial.
But the search for Flux didn't take long.
Nope, you did. Someone just saw Flux going up the volcano.
Oh my god!
Queen Seneca had offered Flux refuge at Infernus under the condition that he and his crew build deadly traps all around the volcano perimeter so that nobody can break in.
Wow. Is that lava?
But the rest of the world was unfazed.
Yeah, they're gonna pay for what they did.
Yep.
On day 10, all of Island 2 joined the Tricolor West Helm Alliance and declared war against Infernus.
The netherite.
Alright.
Today, we infiltrate the volcano for Spider and for Owo. And I just want to say, if I die today, I love you all. Great for West Helm.
Don't jump in the water. He was my brother. He was everyone's brother. And they took him from us. They took him.
Exactly.
Flux got away with murdering so many of our people and our leaders. Today, we get justice for our entire island.
Okay, vamos, amigos, vamos. All right, everyone in.
Let me do a Coliseum.
Ah, this gonna be big, bro.
Let's go, let's go.
Let's go, everybody.
Yo, it was the music box.
days ago, my home was turned into a death trap behind my back. I was framed and then forced to go through a rigged trial.
Yo, I'm getting goosebumps, bro.
A few days ago, every single person in the world wanted me dead. But today, you all know the truth about who really killed our leaders and our friends. Today, we walk ahead, we storm the volcano, and we get justice!
Come on, we gotta get justice.
I bet you're in this video of the war, you're gonna hear me yelling, hold the line!
Alright everyone, listen up!
Trust wrong.
There's a lot of things to watch out for. There's gonna be lava, boiling water, dripstone traps, their entire army. They have the height advantage and netherite armor, but we have numbers. So let's stick together and let's win this thing! Come on!
The final down. There we go. Oh my god.
Be on point. Be on point, my boy.
There's so many people.
It's like one island versus the other because there's different, your name's a different color. You don't know who's good and who's bad.
That's so many people.
I think there might be a problem.
It's good. Wait, go back. What is it?
Living by the rules too much.
Legs go.
The amount of lava is not. Fuck here, no.
Blood results start choking. Can anyone stand this nonsense? Eating away. Telling us to stop and obey.
The tweet.
To stop and obey.
What a transition.
They're pouring water on the lava, but the water still burns.
Oh, I gotta be careful about it. Hey, yeah, how
Okay, send us up now, right now.
Nah.
Go.
Oh, they're fighting on the ground right now. Covenant is attacking from behind.
Imagine you get banned, like, slain by killing people. I love it. I don't think I'd make it this far.
I love all this
Chaos on the ground as well. It's the Covenant.
Oh my god. Yeah, no kids, they're absolutely causing chaos, bro.
They got it.
Everyone retreat!
Ready to run!
The final push, here we go.
fell through?
He did. Come on, pop it on the screen.
Can you gap wall that?
What?
And Flux is good.
Rest in peace to a queen, man.
Bro, a little too good.
Hold on, what happened? Ain't dead? Ain't Flux dead? Why didn't pop up?
Please mix up fighter. Okay, he got it. He got it. Chin out.
Still alive?
This guy.
No, man, he's gonna die to suck, bro. I think
Damn,
it's
bro.
I know this, bro.
Surely not.
How is he this good?
Ain't no way.
He had his own little escape tunnel.
No, of course he has a tunnel. Of course.
There's no way.
Where was he? I saw him! You're gonna kill him! No way!
He's missing. Hold on.
Oh! What?
Seriously, this video is so good!
Come on. Alright guys, let's go, let's go.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
What do you mean I'll be there?
This music is insane. The way they doing this. I'm a fan. This is copyright.
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
no way.
Are you doing it?
No way it's a 1v1. What?
Hey, you're doing it. Actually, this is a fire idea.
What is he doing just standing?
Oh my god.
Wow, you actually showed up.
Can't say no to a friend, can I?
Oh, heck!
I don't know about friends.
Let's make this a fair fight, okay?
So we got a fight between
Look.
Oh my god.
Look at all these people dying right now because of you.
Dude of the century, bro.
Saps. None of this would have happened if you had died like you were supposed to.
Turkey!
I'm sorry for everything you've had to go through.
But it ends here. I don't know which one to go for. I like both of them.
Ain't no way y'all gonna let this be a fair fight. So if he win, he can just go home and kill all these generals.
I don't know.
What?
Oh my gosh.
I can't watch this.
We're going at it.
That's an actual fight. You can tell an actual fight. That's an actual fight.
I like the game a fair fight though.
Yes.
I respect it.
Hey, we ain't gonna have no fair feed, alright? We ain't gonna have no fair feed.
Come on. Come on.
Oh my god. Oh, the lava? The double lava? And he's using the sword to get out more.
Good dodge. Good dodge.
Oh my god, he's being wrecked.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Flux.
Hold on, what just happened?
I think so.
What just happened?
Yes! Yes!
The fucking
Murder del Queso!
Good job,
Saps had killed Flux. And with that, Flux's reign of terror was over.
Wait, fuck. Let's go, bro.
Say you swear, bro.
Days later,
you know.
The aftermath.
Damn. 129, 191.
129, 191.
Less than that.
Today, we gather to honor the lives lost
I
in
know
the
we got down
battle
to
of
like.
Infernus.
Yes, a lot of them.
Since then, I think we haven't felt the same. I know I certainly don't.
The Island 2 West Home Alliance had defeated the Infernus forces. But winning had come at a high cost.
Cass and I were the only members of the council left.
With some Remy the Rat, though, dang, that was my
After the
dog.
war, people across the world took time to mourn their dead, reflect upon the battle, and then, eventually, decide how to move on. Now that Infernus, the Covenant, and the Commonwealth were off the map, there are talks of creating a new world government. But ultimately, it never really materialized, and all the remaining nations just agreed to do their own thing and have peace.
In the corner of the crowded
Island 1 had taken the brunt of the war. Crops trampled, the big tree scorched, the volcano ravaged. As a result, people across Island 1 struggled after the war. Some of them joined cults, while others moved to Island 2 in search of a better life.
Okay.
Elysium was fine though. Instead of going to war on day 10, the Nation of Peace had decided to hold a peace festival.
That's what they did during the war. That's what they did.
Something new. A bridge stemming all the way from Luminara.
Okay.
Oh, they finished the bridge.
They got a bridge. Luminar Bridge.
And so everybody lived on in peace, including Saps, who at long last had returned to Island 2. Oh, brings back memories. Still, the world wasn't totally conflict-free. The Cass Coalition Bakery was yet to be exposed for causing the death of Wood Daddy. And Knight Arcturus was still in hiding, yet to be found by Westel. It's a big world, so it's not a surprise that many stories like these may just never end. But I think there's some beauty in that.
What happened to the marriage?
So slowly lose control.
That's a good job, man.
As emotions
Show our city hall.
Yeah, we still have some work to do. We will catch that traitor. But tonight you can rest. You've made your emperor very proud.
Jury, you have heard all of the evidence. If you find Thomas 5200 guilty of aiding Fluxion with his reign of terror, jump now. Thomas, may you find mercy in the end, senor.
He did deserve that.
When we first met, I ran away screaming from you because I thought you were gonna blow up my nation and kill all my citizens. But after we talked a little bit for like 5 minutes, I realized you could blow up my nation and kill all my citizens.
I watched it.
But that doesn't mean you will.
Barbie, do you take Oppenheimer to be your one and only kin?
I do.
Oppenheimer, same thing.
I do.
Now, at this time, Barbie and Oppenheimer have requested that instead of rings, they will both exchange something slightly different. If you would please turn your attention to the nuclear bomb that's behind us. 3, 2, 1.
That's kind of cool, that's good.
But no, the nukes doesn't hit. It's just the nuke launch. They call it a nuclear bomb, but it's just a fucking rocket, bro.
So,
wow.
goodbye, friend?
Rest in peace to the
Still was a
government,
friend
for
to
real.
him.
I don't know why I respect
His
it.
order, his That's crazy.
Let's play out.
Hit that sub. I love you guys so much, man. We out.
Great video.
I know y'all don't want to hear me yell, man. Quaymax and you guys gotta react to this. Alright, I'm gonna just be 100, man. I'm blaming
During
Quaymax.
this, probably about 45 minutes in,